Hey, does your team know your elevator pitch? That one thing when somebody says the magic question, so what do you do? How do they respond? Scott Beebe, the Business on Purpose podcast, here to liberate you from the chaos of working your business. MyBusinessOnPurpose.com/vision or 4stepstobusinessfreedom.com. Check it out. Had an architect on one of our group coaching calls this past week. He and his wife both work in the business, and he mentioned something that I don't know that I've ever heard it put as succinctly as he mentioned it. And he said, we wrote out our mission statement. It's fundamentally our elevator pitch. So they took their mission statement and added a couple of elements to it. And now they have started to train their team on the elevator pitch. Literally sit down for a couple of minutes each week and walk through and role play the elevator pitch. And the role play could be something as simple as, hey, so what do you do? We liberate small business owners from their chaos. That's what we do. And they might respond with, well, how do you do that? And then you walk through a couple of the details as they lay out in their elevator pitch. But the idea of an elevator pitch is that you could let somebody know exactly what you do with the impactful moments and leave them with a nugget to chew on, all within the ride of an elevator. And so it's important. And some of you might be asking, well, I mean, they can just tell them, hey, we're architects, or we're a retail business, or we're whatever, mechanics. But the reality is that's never inspired anybody to do anything, is the what. So what do? I run algorithms all day. Oh, wow. It might be interesting, it might be fascinating, but it's not motivating. What's motivating is when you take your why, your mission, that pithy little one sentence, less than 14 word statement, and you drill it down into something that's impactful, powerful. We liberate small business owners from chaos, whatever yours might be. You take that, you might add a couple of elements to it, and it becomes an elevator pitch. And it's cool to have an elevator pitch written down, but it's not cool if it just sits on a sheet of paper and if it doesn't actually be used, or it can't actually be used for something that's impactful, motivating, inspiring, educational, informative. And so people now are training their teams on the elevator speech. So what's yours? If I were to ask you, in fact, let's role play with you right now. What do? Please don't say I build houses, or we construct bridges, or we manufacture automobiles, whatever it is, as the technicality of what you do. Instead, I want you to respond with the power of what you do. You might be a bricklayer. What do? I lay bricks. No, you don't. What do? I build stages for people to perform their narrow brilliance. What in the world? How do you do that? Oh, well, we lay bricks, or whatever the technical aspect behind that might be. But limit it down to a couple little pithy things that people can remember, but always start it. Always start your elevator pitch with the mission, with the why, with that powerful statement, that motivational, inspirational, moving statement that drives people and forces them to go, wow. So how do you do that? I'd like to hear you do that. I'd love to hear your feedback. How does it go? By the way, you're going to have to train it week after week, rinse and repeat, role play it, go through it. Might be awkward, but it's going to be powerful when your team member gets asked, so what do? And they respond with your mission. Hey, we're here to liberate you from the chaos of working your business. That's why we do what we do. So we'll see you next time right here on the Business on Purpose podcast.